Hi, happy September. I am coming to you from our new house. So much has changed since last month when I checked in with you. We've moved, we've traveled, and we are about to jump into the school year. And I know so many of you are in that same space of this kind of hectic part of the year, lots of new beginnings and endings, etc., etc. So if you read above the intro that I have, by the way, this is not a rug, this is just Major wanted to join in on the video today. If you read above, I wanted to keep with the theme that we're talking about. There's this beautiful song called The Eye by Brandi Carlile, and she says in it that you can dance in a hurricane, but only if you're standing in the eye. And it just really stuck with me, and I wanted to give you guys something really quick in this video. I've given you some other movement kind of tips and other breath techniques, so feel free to check out the other videos on my YouTube if you want to go back and see those. But one of the questions that I get the most often in classes from family, from friends, is about just like meditation practice and how I get into it. And I think the idea this month is, how do we all find that space within ourselves to cultivate the sense of that felt sense of groundedness, or being within the eye of the storm, whatever else is swirling around outside of us, or all these different things. So I wanted to give you a quick couple of movements and a tip for how I like to squeeze in meditation during the day. So it doesn't have to be a 15-minute session, although I love that, but I've built up to it. And if I can't do it, that's fine. Something is better than nothing. And I think sometimes it's just a matter of moving our spine in a couple of different directions. And because I love to integrate oils into my meditation practice and into my yoga practice, I'm going to give you a tip today on one that I think is especially beautiful for anchoring and grounding into this feeling of coming to a place where we can be calm and still and even thrive and dance within whatever else is going on around outside of us. So chances are, if you have ever been to one of my yoga classes, and if you haven't, I hope you will join me in October as I start teaching again. There's this beautiful collection from doTERRA called the Yoga Collection, and this oil called Anchor is one of my favorites that I bring into my classes. It's especially grounding, hence the name. It's also very, very uplifting, and it's really nice for this time of year. It has some of those notes of cinnamon bark, and it also has juniper wood oil, and it has, let me make sure, sandalwood, black pepper, cedar wood, and lavender. And it's just really beautiful. So let me show you. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I do a lot of more daily tips. You've probably seen me do this before. I'm at Manawa_wellness at Instagram. Essential oil is so powerful and very concentrated that you really don't need to just drop a bunch of drops. This will last you a long time. You simply place your palm on top of it, turn it upside down really quickly. You're gonna have a little bit on your hand, that's perfect. Rub them together, cup your hands, deeply inhale through the nose. Exhale, release. That just is going to bring you into your body in a way that is so quick and powerful. And just taking a moment to feel that sense of the oil. And then let me give you a few movements that I'll do before I try to sit for a couple of minutes. I know that's really hard for some people. But first, find that comfortable seated position, feeling through your sits bones, grounding into the earth. I like to take an arm up and over on each side, focusing on breathing into any spots that feel stuck or sticky on either side. I like to find a just gentle twist by looking over either shoulder, both directions. And then finding some inhale, exhale, release. 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 And then finding some and space forward. Exhale, rounding and pushing back. Stretching out along the front of the chest and also the top of the back. So I do this about 3 times. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, pushing it out. Inhale, coming through center. And then again, meditation doesn't have to be a super formal thing. You could do this while you're sitting with your kids, and if they have a moment where they are playing nicely, or if you are at your desk, or whatever you are doing, it is so simple to just take a moment, even if you don't want to do this movement of breathing, but just find a felt sense of groundedness. You can close your eyes or just have a gentle internal gaze. And then begin to breathe in and out through the nose, finding that cadence and just checking in with where it came today. Letting the belly be soft. Shoulders are melting away from the ears. And just focusing on the sensation of being in your body at this moment. Not what is ahead of you, not what is behind you, but right here, breath by breath. You are in that center, in that core, in the eye of the hurricane. Perhaps deepening the breath, inhaling for a count of 5. You can count in your head. Holding at the top, maybe taking one more sip of air. Exhale, releasing slowly, also for 5. Doing that 2 or 3 more times, depending on how much time you have. And then maybe letting your eyes stay closed, or they can open, bringing your hands to heart center, thumbs to heart or thumbs to forehead. Maybe taking one more deep breath, smelling the oil. And then regardless of how much time you have, just closing out this practice with a moment of gratitude. And what I mean when I say that, and what I encourage my students and anyone who is just beginning their meditation practice, start here. Think of something that you are grateful for today, and not just think about it, but feel it in your body. And then start to get to know what that feeling is. Where do you feel it? Where do you expand? Where are you contracted there? And breathe in that space. We can always come back to this for the rest of our day. And before moving forward, I like to take a few breaths in and out, and on the inhale, drawing into myself anything that it is that I feel I need in this moment to move forward with authenticity and my highest purpose. And as I exhale, consciously releasing and letting go of anything that is not serving me to do so. And as you feel ready, again, based on how much time you have, it may be a few minutes, a few moments, or longer. Just check in with yourself again and see how you might be feeling after that quick exercise. I hope it allows you to find some ease and some comfort. And as always, if you have any questions about the videos or anything that you're seeing on the newsletter, please feel free to reach out and give us your feedback. I so appreciate you taking the time to be here, and I look forward to seeing you again in October. Take care.